I want to thank our members for being here this morning for our ongoing discussions on the future of local democracy. We've already had a public hearing on this in relation to public representatives and councillors from Northern Ireland in relation to their representative body association, AILG and LAMA, and public representatives from the Midlands North West Euro constituency. We'll have further discussions with the public representatives and members of the public from the Dublin area later in the year, and then followed up after the local elections. We will be inviting in the leaders of the political parties, the Secretary Generals of the political parties, to get their analysis of how the local elections went and the concern that we all share in that it's proving more and more difficult to get people to run for local elections, and that will feed into our national politics in the near future. But this is not an Irish issue, this is a global issue. More and more people are leaving public service, and that's a concern. There are a number of reasons behind it. There's not one singular reason, and I think one of the tipping points now has been the effects of social media, where people are no longer willing to be subject to the oftentimes abuse that is on social media, but also in relation to the effects that has on families, and how that is one of the issues that we hope to address. So this morning I'm delighted to welcome former ministers and ministers of state with responsibility for local government, and we want you to give your insight of your time in the role, your observations since, and the future of local democracy as you see it, and ideas that you have on how we can make it work for the next 100 years of the state. So I'm delighted to welcome Deputy Brendan Howland TD, Deputy Eamon O'Keefe, Deputy John Paul Phelan, and former Minister Noel Dempsey. Thank you for being here as well. I have to read out the following statement just to make sure that we follow all procedures. I would like to remind you of the long-standing parliamentary practice that you should not criticise or make charges against any person or entity by name or in such a way as to make him or her or it identifiable, or otherwise engage in a speech that might be regarded as damaging to the good name of the person or entity. Therefore, if your statements are potentially defamatory in relation to an identifiable person or entity, you will be directed to discontinue your remarks. It is imperative that you comply with any such direction. Members are reminded of the long-standing parliamentary practice to the effect that you should not comment on or criticise or make charges against a person outside the House or an official either by name or in such a way to make him or her identifiable. To commence this proceedings, both this session, Senator Cassells and I will make a few introductory remarks and invite each of the witnesses to make a short statement. And I just want to again thank you for coming in. We have it's nearly 100 years of service if we added it all up between the whole lot of you. So that's equated to the length of the state itself. Our concern is for the next 100 years and the ideas that you would have on how to make sure that local government works best for all the citizens of the state. I invite Senator Cassells to say a few words as the rapporteur.